Hello and welcome back to It's New. Barry Schwartz here. We got the whole crew again for you. Greg, what are you talking about?
Google is ramping up the competitive pressure in optimization score.
I'll be talking about Google potentially dropping the results count, maybe replacing them with dotted lines. Crystal, what do you got?
More Schema for Schema fans.
And Morty?
Aren't you glad Google makes changes to the SERP?
Wow. Okay. Yada, yada, yada.
All right, so there was a test in the wild. Craig Graham spotted it and posted over on LinkedIn, and you can now see in your optimization or in your recommendation to increase your optimization score a message that goes alongside of how many more clicks and roughly how much you might spend would be, where it says some of your campaigns lost impression share due to competitive pressure from Amazon.com. So I think it's anytime that they try to help these recommendations, it's going to be beneficial. This is a little bit of a scare tactic, I would say, but also helpful information. So I see kind of both ways for this. The biggest problem that these recommendations still have is that if you look at this example, it is saying to adjust your ROAS target. In the entire thing, it does not tell you what this recommendation will change it to. Over on the side, it'll say, oh, you'll spend about 1.6 thousand and you'll get 2.7 thousand. That might not be a good return for you. Right. But they highlight how much you're going to get back in big green. You're going to get $2,700 more. But is that the ROAS that you're looking for? And you can't even see what they're trying to drop it down to. So I think you could use this real estate to actually be helpful. But honestly, that's not the most egregious part of this whole thing. The most egregious part of this is that this is one recommendation that's being shown. And yeah, now they're putting the competitive pressure in there. And when you hit the big blue button, you apply all of the recommendations that you can't even see. And that's where people lose their shorts. I got to go start wearing pants because they hit apply all, and it applied all these other recommendations. So just be careful when you're using it. You might see this. You might just hit that big button. Just don't do it from there. You have to go into recommendation by recommendation, go look at them holistically and clear them out.
So click the view recommendations link there as opposed to view apply
yes,
all.
View all the recommendations, see which ones apply to you, because just one of them that you might want to accept, you can't hit the blue button or it accepts all of them. The mean ones, the naughty ones in the background.
And if you keep listening to Greg, one day Amazon will get this notification about your campaign saying, Amazon, watch out. You're getting competitive pressure from you guys.
Yeah, I saw you running for office, Barry. Maybe that you're putting the pressure on Amazon.
Maybe.
Vote for Barry.
Okay, and then there were also a new version of Microsoft ad sponsored label. For a long time they've had it be ad. We saw them sponsor. We saw them put ad at the end here, and it looks like there are more more rollout of sponsored. So Microsoft actually using sponsored. Kushwal Barani found it over on X and in multiple spots. So this now just says sponsored. It's a little bit bigger. Bad news for us ad folks.
It does see. Do you see it yourself? Because I tested on multiple browsers. All I see is sponsor now, which seems like it might be fully rolling out, which is why I covered it again.
I have not seen it yet.
Anyway, so that might be rolling out. On the Google side, Google may be testing or dropping, or it might be a bug where they're removing the results count, not just for site commands, but for anything. If you want to do a search to see how much orange is in the Google index and you do a search for oranges, Google might not show you the result. They moved it again as a reminder under the tools tab. So you have to click on tools and then it will expand, then it will show you the results count. But I tested it in multiple browsers. For Chrome, it's coming up fine for me. For Glenn, it's not. Glenn Gabe, it's not coming up in Firefox for him. It's not coming up for me in Safari Incognito. No, one of them, Incognito or Sign In. It's coming in for me for one or another. So it might be a test or it might be a bug. I don't know why Google will get rid of that. Obviously, that number is kind of misleading sometimes, but it is nice to know how many oranges are in Google.
I mean, I've still got 15 billion orange results in Google.
try a different browser, try incognito. It might or might not show. It's weird. It's showing up for me half the time for different browsers. So, I mean, this is important stuff. And other important stuff is that Google Search Console seems to be rolling out a new update with its performance report lines, the charts, the analytics. I know how much Greg loves lines. And now Google, if you have partial data points, Google's showing these dotted lines as opposed to just, solid lines. The Google always, when you overlaid on it, it always showed you this is partial data, but now it's actually showing you by having the actual lines to be dotted. I thought this wasn't new, but then like 4 people like mentioned it to me this morning saying this is new. I'm like, 4 people say it's new. It's new.
Greg, you like lines?
I think he made a mistake. I think he meant to say I like the Lions. Big Dan Campbell guy. That's my team.
So that wasn't you in the bathroom at the
No, I feel like I'm getting totally
Okay.
slandered here. No, I like the Lions.
I was asking.
No, I'm putting it out here for the record.
It's important to have it on the record. Anyway, Crystal, what do you got for us?
So some more fun stuff from Google in terms of schema. They are proposing new shipping data schema, including type shipping service. So basically there's a proposal from Google to support richer representation with shipping details such as delivery cost and speed. And they have a GitHub that has been talking about that. And there's been some discussion on that. And if adopted, this will standardize the approach and lead users to have clearer insights. Digging into this, John Mueller recently posted a week ago about this and was saying, get involved, leave your feedback, say what you'd like to see here, which is interesting. They also have some of the notes and documentation available within the GitHub. There's a link to a Google Doc that talks about it as well. And basically it's tidying up a few things. And I think it's kind of moving around the sort of shipping details, shipping information to be more precise with the way people do shipping now. So for instance, like they're adding dates and shipping conditions, and they're changing around, like instead of just having your shipping rate, they also have like an order percentage, because your shipping rates sometimes change. If you've got 40 pounds and it's $5 shipping, if you spend $40, it's like $5 shipping. If you spend $100, it's $2 shipping or free or whatever. So they've got some changes around there, seasonal things and lots of stuff. So it looks like somebody's done some actual some good work here, trying to make this a little bit cleaner. And it looks like they're also still taking a little bit of insight. But if you are a Schema fan, then get involved and get in there.
Yeah, I mean, shipping can be very complicated for some sites. I mean, like perishables and stuff like that. If you're shipping oranges, I mean, you don't want to ship them over like a ground period that takes 7 days to get there. I mean, right, Mordy?
No.
I thought oranges can last.
They could? That long? 7 days?
Oh yeah,
So.
depends on the type of orange.
Oh, it's all new to me.
Gotta get
What
more
if it's
citrus in your day.
muted color orange, just like kind of muted, not really any vibrance to it.
Well,
Maybe
it's like Buccaneers creamsicle.
This is where you go, Mordy. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I can't take a hint. Sorry. There's a weird delay on my side, which is kind of problematic. Anyways, there was a test on the Google. I don't. Was it only in dark mode, Barry, where they were testing a creamsicle title link?
Yeah, I
Nice.
just saw. I didn't see
I
it
like
myself. Yeah, it's only dark mode for what I see, but it's nice. I do like it, but people are upset. They don't want it.
What? No, it's way better. It looks nice. It looks like more
No.
modern. It looks
No.
warm. No, you don't like. You don't. So
No.
you're anti the creamsicle uniforms. Those are
No, I like the
classic.
creamsicle uniforms. This just looks. It looks like I've got like sunglasses on or something, or like I'm colorblind. I don't know. I don't. It's too. It doesn't pop enough. The orange needs to pop more. This orange is.
Have you been
is
doing
just-
lines in the bathroom again?
I don't do drugs. No, this color is just. It's not vibrant enough.
It does go
Maybe-
well with the urine example for AI overviews.
Yeah, maybe it's the other color. It's like the secondary yellow, the orange, where it's like just like a hint. It's like just enough orange where you can tell it's not white. I don't know. It just makes me feel wrong looking at.
I
This.
think
Maybe
also
it's
like
just
I'm
the-
looking at the
the-
times.
But I'm looking at the timestamp on this. This was on October 28th. This could very well have been specifically for Halloween, which is definitely orange coded. They could have been testing it before they went live with it. Like it's so. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was that, or maybe they were testing it because you can set your themes on these various different things. So maybe they were testing that as well. I don't know. So
Good point.
all I'm
That
saying
was-
is, Greg,
yeah.
if you don't like the color, I'm sure you can change it. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. It just looks like
Wow,
when you
really
go on one of those.
juicing this for all it's worth.
No, I think we need to spend an hour on this. So let's keep going.
Yeah, I think it's like when you go into what's a house and somebody just paints something like beige, and you go in another room and it's another color of beige, and you look at a wall, like maybe there's some wall that's prominently featured behind them, and it's just a giant beige. It's just nothing burger. This house.
Your wall could use some creamsicle.
Maybe that's what I'll paint it.
Oh, looking forward to it. Anyway, we'll back tomorrow with maybe new color choices for Greg's wall. Have a great day, everybody. Speak to you tomorrow. Bye.
Say no to drugs.